You know, after a long time of encountering what evolutionists say, what they do is actually really anti-science.
What evolutionists do is anti-science. So essentially, if you believe in evolution, clearly on blind faith, not because there's actually any evidence to support it, but if you actually believe that, you automatically, since, you know, you being generalized here, you're automatically asserting malicious and falsified things about science. You really don't know shit about it. If you want to be knowledgeable about science, you can't believe in evolution.
They're perverting everything that has ever been founded in science by the Bible-believing creationists Isaac Newton, Johannes Kepler, Albert Einstein, and so on. Although Albert Einstein, he's a big mystery.
Really? You're going to use creation scientists to support your case here? That's hilarious. Now, the Kitsch actually touched on the concept of how these scientists existed long before Darwin's propositions were ever proposed, but something that I feel he kind of left out was something that you also seem to have left out in this video. How many scientists today also happen to subscribe to evolution is wrong? It's a lie. Why don't you go into the field of biology? Honestly, I'll tell you what. I'm in Toronto. I live in fucking Toronto, okay? There's the University of Toronto. Centennial has a great campus with biology. Like, I'm not in biology, but I've been there. I actually had a math class there. And I've seen their laboratories. They've done all kinds of research. Now, keep in mind, I haven't talked to these people, okay? So there's no way, like, you know, I'm just swaying them. Come visit me, please. I dare you to come visit me. Come visit these I will take you there. I will be like your tour guide. You can come to these campuses and you can talk to these people in the field and ask them how many people who actually study biology actually think that the Earth is 6,000 years old. Dude, you know what? You don't even have to do. Save your money. Save a plane ticket. Okay? If you don't want to take me up on my offer, go into a local education facility, a biology lab, and ask them how many people actually think that the Earth is 6,000 years old. Ask them how many people in that class don't think evolution happened. It's such a foundation for what they're doing that it's not even questionable. It's just not questionable. That is the extent of your stupidity. You don't understand that what you're saying about the Earth being 6,000 years old and that evolution didn't happen and that's some stupid anti-creation conspiracy. It's just mind-boggling. You're so dumb.
They're trying to say things like, gravity is a theory, not a law.
The law of gravity. That's funny. You know, the law of gravity that Isaac Newton first wrote about, and then that law that was altered by Albert Einstein. Yeah, I'm positive that, you know, we won't actually discover anything else about gravity. No, that's a law that can't be changed.
They're trying to say, oh, time is an illusion. No, gravity is a law established. I mean, look at this. That's gravity.
Actually, that indicates that you're a complete fucking moron, because you don't understand physics. Let me elaborate. Gravity was acting on that pen long before you lifted it up and dropped it. You were able to observe gravity because you dropped it. But the problem is, you didn't realize that by lifting the pen up in the first place, you applied potential energy to the pen. The potential energy that was created then caused the pen to drop, which is a direct result of the current law of gravity. Boom.
We never see goo-to-you evolution happening, ever. All we see are variations within the kinds. Changes within species happen.
So you can accept that changes within species happen, but you can't accept that evolution happens. You have been bred to believe stupid shit. I'm gonna leave it at that.
But Darwin didn't write a book called How Species Changed. He talked about the origin of species.
You ever heard the term, never judge a book by its cover?
And Darwinian evolution has been disproven over and over and over in the realm of real science.
Please give me a single example of how evolution has been disproven in a realm of real science. Actually, in fact, why don't you tell me what real science is? Because I'm under the assumption that you seem to think real science is a product of creationist think tanks, but I would be interested to hear what your exact ideas are as to what real science is. Because to me, real science is molecules, electrons, neutrons, the product of electricity being passed through conductors. Essentially the science that allows us to have these communication devices that I'm utilizing to communicate with you right now, and these subscribers that I have on YouTube. Hey guys, how's it going? To me, that's real science. Developing the light bulb, utilizing gases and filaments, and creating artificial light from those. That's science to me. I mean, I perhaps my whole life I've been misled, and it's all been a fucking lie.
Okay, and I don't like how evolutionists pervert all these scientific things and try to say, oh no, it's a theory.
We pervert science by calling things theories, because obviously calling something a theory in science is perverse.
Oh no, time is illusion. Time is what is happening right now.
Time is not what's happening right now. Time is a human measurement of one period to another period. In fact, if you study simple pulses with electricity, sinusoidal waves or anything like that, you understand that that's what a period is. Frequency, hertz, I'm sure you've heard these terms. These are measurements of time. What happens during that time is something completely different from time. Time itself is literally a construct that we've applied to one point in time to another point in time, and we measure that with seconds or hours or minutes or months or video lengths.
They're really perverting science of what is happening. They're confusing people. They change and twist and distort a lot of things in science just to make their theory seem like a truthful or intellectual. I'm sorry guys, but it's not working.
That's right. You know, I think he has a valid point. Obviously, atheists and, well, more specifically, evolutionists tend to alter their beliefs about science in order to support what they want to believe in. This is a tactic used by the evolutionists to support their obviously very falsified concept of what is reality. And yes, it's only evolutionists that do this. Creationists have not been pointed out and exposed for using this tactic. They got a clean slate. They're amazing. They're fucking spot on. They're good people, smart scientists. Yes. Use one book.
It's not working at all if you just lie and put forth all these simplistic assertions and unscientific assumptions out there and liberal misrepresentations.
You want to see a misrepresentation? I was watching TV last night and I was flipping through the guide, and I saw something that was brought to my attention recently here on YouTube, and it was a television program by none other than a man called Peter Popoff. You want to see something ridiculous, absolutely absurd, and just, in fact, appalling to think that this man is making a living selling what he's selling? Look into it. And by the way, it's the gullibility that you exhibit that allows him to stay wealthy.
Oh, gravity is a law. Evolutionism is not. Time is not an illusion, it's what's going on.
Why are we touching back on time? Time is not what's going on. Time is a measurement that we use. What's going on is completely different from time. Okay? They're not connected. If it's a measurement, like an inch, or a meter, or a foot, or a kilometer, it's a measurement that we apply to standardize something. okay? It's really not that fucking complex until you get into the really deep aspects of cosmology and advanced physics. That's when you start to realize how gravity, another topic that you so elaborately don't know shit about, happens to actually warp time with lensing effects and things like that. But once again, that's not a topic that I'm very well versed on, so I'm not about to go preaching on it. But if you feel so inclined to actually learn anything about either gravity or time, then you probably wouldn't appear such a fucking moron on the topics. And that's why people like myself laugh at creationists, for example. It's simply because you're a fucking moron. You don't know what you're talking about at all. Sorry. It's not personal. It's honestly, I think you would otherwise probably be a pretty cool guy. However, if we were sitting at the bar having a couple beers and you decided to start telling me that the Earth was 6,000 years old, as you stated in this video, I'm sorry, but I'm going to laugh hysterically at you because it represents that you're fucking brainwashed, so go away.
Time is happening right now, ever since, you know, like, over 6,000 years ago, when since the creation account, things have been happening along with the biblical concept until now.
You assert that evolutionists are fucking up science in order to support their concept. But in the same breath, well, same video, you actually throw out there, after the creation account 6,000 years ago, blah blah blah. You start with a falsified assumption and base everything that you want to believe off of that. Tell me exactly how you know the Earth started 6,000 years ago. Because if you check out my video Creationism Part 1, I think I would demonstrate very clearly as to the fact that I know more about exactly why you believe that than even you do. You just believe what other people fucking tell you.
Evolution is unproved and unprovable. It's not testable, demonstrable, repeatable science.
Evolution being demonstrable, repeatable, and demonstrated science. Lenski experiments. I will provide a link below.
Okay, it's been proven wrong many times, and it's been shown that there's intentional or unintentional lies used to support it.
If you have a theory such as evolution, and there's even one substantiated example to demonstrate that your theory is false, the theory is pretty much thrown out the window, more or less dependent on another substantiated theory coming to fill it. Who the fuck told you that you're qualified to talk about science when you don't know shit about it? This is exactly why people laugh at you. This is exactly why you also need to block people. Because you understand that there's a lot of people out there, especially on the internet, that know a lot more shit about this than you do. And you're not qualified to discuss the matters with them. That's why you block people. Because as soon as somebody actually does present a valid argument against you or your belief system in the bullshit, bogus realm of creation science, you fall apart. You don't know what to say. You're lost.
Truth is valid.
Truth is valid. I agree. Go get some.
Evolutionism is not valid.
Evolutionism is not valid. Well, fuck you. He said so. Hey,